Okay.
Probably not.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Justin from Justice League Swag, and today, with a lot of the guys from North America Future Card Buddy Fight group on Facebook, we're going to be talking about Katana World. And today we have specialists from that very world, Mr. Blake Brazard.
What's up? Y'all know why I'm here.
Stephen Colby.
Yo.
And Brian Waldron.
Hey, what's up?
All right, but first, to kick it off, we're going to start talking about water. Yes, water, the forgotten deck of the world of Katana World, who has fallen in the shadow of the ninjas on their rise to superiority. Do any of you guys play water?
No, but I know.
No. Go ahead.
No, but I do have. There are a few people in my card shop, like Chris Neves and Eric Thompson, who have some ideas for water. Cause like the searcher for ninjas is a water, and the card that says "bring a water back" can bring back the searcher.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always been interested in it, but it's never had enough support to really.
It's more of the water skulls that are a thing than water ninjas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more of a water skulls than it is just pure water. 'Cause, I mean, looking at it right now, we only have, 3 spells that are water, a bunch of monsters, mixture of skulls and ninjas, and then 1 weapon. So, I mean...
Yeah.
The new water technique spell is actually pretty good in Skulls, because if you're low on the set spell that brings back the underworld, if you're low on that, you can actually just play that and grab a size 1, because it says grab a water card or grab a size 1 Katana monster.
Ooh, that's sexy.
Yeah.
Good, especially with the size 1 water ninja that can negate spells during your opponent's main phase.
Yes, yes. Those are always the best, is spell negates. And that's always what Katana is known and full of.
Just saying no to anything that your opponent would try to do.
Yep. We've got a couple spell nodes, actually. I mean, if you think about it, we've got that, I mean, you got the Demon Way Sakurabuki, which is the pay 2 life and null the cast of a spell, and so that basically nullifies it. You got the Star Crusher, and you got the one that if they have any set spells out, where is that one?
Okay. Okay, so since none of you guys play water or even like dabbled in it, I'm gonna assume that water isn't really competitive right now.
Not yet. Somebody's got to go to bed.
Yeah. I found it personally when I used to play Katana World that the deck was very controlling but very slow. And I honestly don't see how it could put up with the amount of destruction in the game now, because the biggest wall of the deck used to be the water style set spell that would give you plus 2k attack and defense to all your monsters, and Nanase because of the double soul guard and its ability to take away gauge was really good, but it's like index now like a Iblis with a SD Cerberus and Soul is taking that thing out in 1 turn, or worse, Champ Modai with no brainer, or like any 100 Demons double attacker with no brainer is taking out the walls of water pretty fast.
I mean, if water got just like a couple decent cards, it would be a thing, but because they've got some good cards, and I mean, a set spell gives 2/2. I mean, let's be honest here, that can make a freaking high as hell wall.
It only gives them attack.
No, it's
defense and attack.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking. Wait.
Yeah, water. It's defense and attack. I mean, could you imagine if something like Gojin Maru was a freaking water?
Oh.
And it would make it good.
Yeah, that would definitely be really good. I wish Bushi would do more with all of the element ninjas, because I thought that Fire was going to focus on destruction and Gwen was going to focus on multiple attacks, given like how some of the monsters were released in the past, but it's just like kind of just dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in Legend World.
Legend World got some good support.
Yeah. But I
Oh, my
want to
dog's crazy.
move this conversation on to, since water isn't doing really well, I want to talk about burn ninjas because somebody just asked about it on the actual YouTube channel.
Yes, the burn ninjas where you sit there and poison mist formations, like take a damage every turn, then you set up the Gojin bridge.
My first big tournament for buddy fight, I went against the burn ninja deck, and I just got like destroyed because I couldn't counter any of his set spells.
Yeah, back when those came out, I mean, there was no real counter to set spells at that point. I mean, now we've got shit that blows crap up just for attacking, but...
We did have one monster, but I took it out of my side deck because my friend's like, oh no, you won't see ninjas at all. No, ninjas won't be played. I'm like, okay, I'll take it out. And then what happened? I first ninjas.
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah. So I mean, I started off actually playing Burn Ninjas, my very first regional, and I did really well. But my deck was really douchey because I would literally just poke my opponent for like 2 or 3 on my first turn, go to their turn. Well, no, final phase impact. It's always Star Crusher. Their turn, play another monster, play a weapon, link attack for 8 or 7. They play any kind of spell negate. Star Crusher game. Let's go to game 2. And it's like I literally with that deck I did not have to side against anything except for I think it was Dungeon World, and then I still ended up losing to every Dungeon World matchup. That's when Dungeon World was super derpy.
Oh yeah, like it's not still. Now burn ninjas, they can still be a thing. I was testing them the other day, and they're still pretty deadly. I mean,
You look at Fifth Omnis, you're gonna cry.
yeah. I mean, again, now you got to worry about all the blow up anything. Like take a damage, blow something up with the Fifth Omnis, you know, and then you got Star Dragon World is if this card's in the soul and it attacks, blow something up by paying a gauge. Like,
Yeah. And then especially with Inverse Countdown coming out this week, that could make some of the cards that you had to pay life for, you would actually gain one and deal your opponent one, which would be great for burn.
yeah.
Especially if you're gonna like troll link attack and null their spell.
Yeah.
Wouldn't advise doing that too much though, because of the negates now that can't be nullified.
Yeah.
or monster nulls like Mock Braver.
Yeah,
Skulls have one too. Skulls have a Mock Braver of their own.
Yes, Suki Usagi. Or Suki
Yeah.
Usagi, whatever.
I tried it for a while, but it just didn't work as well as I thought it would.
I think it's gonna. It's a good card to have in there. I mean, it's a good out when they're swinging at you for game, and you've got that in your hand. Just pop it out, and oh, there's an extra turn. Now you can turn it around.
Yeah, because most people see Katana World and they always want to link attack them because they know they have the Solomon Shield clone, but it helps a lot when you run at least like 3 of him, just to like pop down and have him do the chump attack.
I remember if we used to do it when Orb Gamble was tough as ass to get.
It still is tough as hell.
When it was a promo.
Huh?
Remember that? Yeah, he's talking about when it was a only a promo. It was like about $8 each
Oh yeah.
for one. You could only get them from Bushiroad events. That was like one of the worst ideas ever in history.
Hell yeah.
Competitive.
Yeah.
Burn as a whole, how competitive do you guys think it'll be right now?
Not very, especially with
No.
the Fifth Omnis, and again, there's so much hate for set stuff or monsters. Like, there's so many counters now. It's not like the old days where once it's on the field, you got to attack it or it's going to sit there.
Back
Yeah.
in the day, it used to be like, I set this big monster, get over it. That's how it used to be.
Yeah, right?
Like I say, like you sound really old talking about back in the day.
Yeah.
Like in my day when we played Cot to the World, we used dicks. We didn't have any of these fancy swords and
We
guns.
used to have to keep life with pebbles. We couldn't afford life counters.
Yeah, if you actually want to go with like a straight burn deck and actually like make it like successful, you'd have to make it very linear and like you wouldn't be able to do like your little text to kind of counter like the other worlds that you might have trouble with. You just have to go like straight for like, okay, I'm gonna focus on getting off boy transformation like as much as I can. So I'm gonna run the size 3 Omni Lords and try and do that as much as I can, and just like run the pay 2 life spell null. So they they can't be nulled, but they can be destroyed. So you're gonna have to null the destruction spell or something like that. Um, that's I see that as the more like reliant burn at the moment, like skull burn. Um, just because boy transformation combo is pretty dang good.
Oh yeah, Cots in the World Skulls are going to be broken this week just because of Kage Zun.
Kage Zealand, man, that's a pretty sexy buddy, right? Let me tell you.
Yeah, very threatening card at that. What is
Yeah,
boy transformation is a size 0, right?
he says
Yeah,
0 whenever something hits. You destroy that monster and you deal damage equal to its size.
And
yeah,
Kage
Well,
Zun,
it's got to be a Skull Warrior. That's the only downside to it. So you can't like run it in an Omni deck.
yeah, but still Kage Zun perfectly sets that up.
mhm,
Yeah.
It's just bye bye.
I mean, the ultimate field would be the first Omni Beast Tamer. Throw him out on one side, throw Yamagitsune on the other side, and then Zeoin in the center. You know, Zeoin costs nothing because of the first Omni Beast Tamer, and then he hits because he can't be blocked essentially. Boy, Transformation Yamagitsune burns him for another 3. That's 7 damage in one turn.
Well, you could actually do a lot more than that too. With I think only like 4 cards. Like
Yeah.
if you have a weapon equipped, like since you're gonna be destroying that Zuyun
You run the
from
fourth
Boy
weapon.
Transformation, you can clear your center and have a weapon, and you can OTK.
Yeah.
You run
Yeah.
the 4 crit weapon.
Yeah, if you have the 4 crit weapon and then you have the Twilight Dawn, oh man, so good.
Yeah.
GG.
That's not even a hard OTK to pull off.
No,
Especially
it's
if you can run Kage Zun at what 4 in that deck.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can do 4, and then like you won't have to jump through a lot of hoops really. You just need to get the cards in hand.
Yeah.
Okay. But say if you had to play against a center based deck, would you run the original Xeon with that? I know he's what 2 gauge to get out, but he has penetrate.
I
Yeah.
run the original anyway. I like the original like
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Yeah,
would-
I mean, he is also Skull, so I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to toss him in as well, but
Yeah. He's a 3 crit. That's
And it
still
penetrate.
pushing
a
your
3 crit penetrate, he can't be blocked either, I mean.
yeah. It's still
It can-
pushing your opponent to drop a shield with the 3 crit.
Yeah.
But the only thing with the OTK thing is if you go against Dungeon World, you better watch your ass. They got
Yeah.
the
If you don't kill Dungeon World on the turn that you want to go all out in, then you're pretty much screwed.
Oh yeah.
they,
I
it,
think it's the thing about Cots in the World. It takes a lot of thinking and planning and timing. It's like everything.
Yeah.
Like when you actually go in for the kill. So I guess we'll bring our discussion to Skull Warriors. Do you think the Kage Zuin deck is going to be the most popular?
Um,
Or
I think Skull Warriors are definitely going to get hit with some popularity right now because, I mean, they've got some pretty damn good cards coming out in this new set. I mean,
yeah.
they've got the card where, depending on how many you have on the field, you get different effects, and with Skull Warriors bringing shit back all the time,
it's draw 1, gauge 1, gain a life.
yeah, you get a gauge if you got, no matter what, you get a gauge. If you have 2 or more, you draw a card, and if you have 3 on the field, you gain a life. I mean, oh, you fill it up between the 2 Demon Ways, or the Demon Way and the Festival. You know, I mean, Ninja Katana World's all about the size ones basically. So I mean, it's not that hard to fill up your field.
Yeah, they already had a pretty good draw power from the start from Yamagitsune, but like
Yeah.
if you add in that card and then if you also want to try that counter card,
Oh yeah, that card's returned.
Yeah, when 2 or more Skull Warriors are destroyed, you
yeah,
draw 3 or whatever. Yeah, that's even better because I mean, 90% of Skull Warriors get blown up by the end of the end of the turn.
yeah. So like you can just set yourself up for like if you what's his name? He gets you gauge when he comes back.
The size 1. It is Demon
The
Prodigy, Hugh Namaru.
Yeah,
Yeah, when he's called from the drop zone, you put the top card of your gauge into your deck. So
yeah. You can pretty much set up for that and then just like draw so much. Um,
Get all the draw power.
yeah.
they really do. That's their specialty: is destroy shit on their own field, so their opponent can't cast anything. And then you have all the draw in the freaking world.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for like a little more destruction for Katana. Like I know they have the Get Bakugiri, like when one of my monsters is destroyed, I can destroy yours, but I really want to see maybe like a size 1 that when it gets brought back from the drop zone, destroy an opponent's monster, destroy their center monster or something like that.
We're
We have
getting,
destruction. They're called impacts.
we're getting a
Yeah.
sense too in the new set for ninjas that say when it's placed on field, if you have a ninja art on the field, destroy a card.
Yeah, but that requires
Yeah.
you to have it set on the field, though. That's the problem. And
Shinobi scrolls,
Yeah.
Hades Fall. If you're running impacts.
yeah, but the problem is when he's out, you don't always get them though, or they're not always out. You know, I mean, I've had plenty of games where I run impacts or Hades Fall and all that, and I don't see them all game. So that's an iffy card, you know.
Could be, but if you're running Linzo too, it's not.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, that's a lot more consistent with the like ninjas rather
Yeah.
than spells, but it is still good. It's still a good option because I know like back before we actually had like really good like size 3s that can hit something, I would always tech in I don't know, I think the AK attack double
Momo, the one from the trial deck.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He,
gain a life when it's in some.
yeah, and that was also the only like life gain that we had.
Yeah, pretty much.
Still is.
Yeah. Well, no, there's the mill top card, and you could gain a life if it's a monster, which I've been actually like really trying to fit that in, because it actually works pretty well in the like linear Skullburn deck because you'll want to run a lot more monsters, and that way you can like also run like a 4 of the lightning speed, the counter call dude.
Ah, yes,
So
that's
like
very true.
it'll allow you to run a lot more monsters, and then you can play that to kind of test your opponent to see like, okay, if I do get the +2, like you can probably play it in like a not so important part. Like you can nullify like that first 1 or 2 attacks with it and see if you get a monster, and then see what your opponent does.
Yeah,
If
but the thing is, if you don't get a monster, the attack is not nullified.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just like as just kind of like a tester to see like what your opponent would do, like if you would get the 2, and then just kind of go from there.
Okay. So, in Skull Warriors, what Omni Lords really help out the build a lot?
Ooh.
The new Mysteria is definitely going to help out a lot because again the life gain.
hmm
Yeah.
I also think the new Asmodai, he's gonna help a lot too, because I mean, you mill the top 3 cards. If none of them, you know, you can't fit half the time. You're not gonna be able to fit all of them on the field, so you automatically toss cards right into the drop zone,
Yeah,
which is where the Skull Warriors want stuff to be.
I think that'd be good. That's gonna be really good stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
The new Twilight Countdown definitely just because the life gain and the burn.
Yeah.
Um, the Mysteria is going to be really good because it has move and soul guard, so you can get Pakugiri like crazy and then gain the life. So you can pretty much just sit on him and stall for a little while you wreck your opponent's field with get Pakugiris. and
Yeah.
then make your big turn.
That's pretty
I
good.
mean, hell, if you have Festival out, Twilight Dawn basically makes it. You're bringing a size 2 back for free.
Yeah,
Well,
And you're burning your opponent for a damage.
yeah.
So, I mean, Skull Warriors are getting pumped up in this set, so
yeah.
hopefully we see a little bit more play from Katana.
We'll also we'll also be able to we'll also be able to like use the new Omni Lord, the Dark Hero one, since since
Oh,
most,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, since most of the Skull Warriors leave the field, like, or you can just like counter and make them leave the field. Um, you'll have your field cleared to use his
Mhm.
primary effect.
Everyone's so hyped for that name.
He's a
Yeah,
badass Omni Lord, I
it's
mean.
gonna be really good. It's been topping a lot in Japan.
Yeah.
Well, really, in skulls?
Yeah, it'll like since you'll be able to optimize like making the field empty, then you can just like activate the effect of it.
I mean, Skulls and Dark Heroes are kind of the same. They both optimize kill and stuff. Or pop. Well, Dark Heroes brings more back to your hand, where Skull destroys it. But I mean, either way, you're clearing the field, so that card is really good for them.
Yeah, I mean, like most of the destroy this monster, it's usually at the end of the turn, but you can always either counter destroy it or bounce them or
Mm-hmm.
just like use another monster's effect to like sacrifice it to clear the field.
Okay. That's pretty legit. It's like a really good strategy. So with like all of the burn and then the Omni Lords, like skulls are going to be really good. Soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens here within the next few months when Skulls are going to get all this new support now.
Yeah. That's one of the main reasons why I've been testing with strike with the back of my sword,
Mhm.
No.
since you can like stand right back up the Omni Lord.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, the only problem with the back of my sword is it has to be a weapon, and that's not considered a weapon when you're transformed.
Okay.
Isn't that the 4 gauge thing?
No, that's the when you attack and deal damage to your opponent with a weapon, you
Yeah.
get
Oh
to deal
yeah.
2 more. But if their life becomes 0, it only becomes 1.
Yeah, you can't finish your opponent with it, but you can definitely scare them a lot.
well, I mean, a lot of times when you put your opponent at like 1 or 2 life, that puts a lot of pressure on them, and more than likely people play out of character or they make mistakes
Mhm.
when
Yeah,
pressure.
especially with the Omni.
Yeah, so it's actually a good strategy to knock as much life out of your opponent as fast as possible.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest here, though. The ultimate MVP of any Katana World deck has got to be Snake Case.
Oh, I love that card.
Thank you.
Yo, I found 3 foils in my room.
Yeah, that card is like a lifesaver against it. A lot of the stuff now in this format because almost everything has double attack.
Yeah, there's been a lot of size 2 double attackers come out now.
You sit there, you Snake Case the shit out of them. And just for the people at home, if you Snake Ace something that has double attack, they don't get to stand for the double attack.
Oh yeah. When I considered that card, I was looking to my room for it and I had 3 foils. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah, you just wait for that timing that's like right at the beginning of the attack phase. And it's like, I'm gonna tap you monster.
Into battle, Snake Ace.
yo, Burnova, Snake Eyes Burnova.
I've done that before.
Gepaku Giri Burn Nova.
Oh, that's the worst.
That just makes me cry.
Oh my gosh, no, that's
No, you know what? You know what sucks is, with the poison mist formation, I had somebody burn over. They lived. They couldn't kill me in the turn with burn over with the triple attacks. They go, all right, your turn. I go, okay, good game. Snake or poison mist formation burned them at the beginning of the turn.
yeah. I was going to talk about what do you guys think what are some weaknesses of Skull Warriors while we're on it.
They die. Or you require a lot of defensive spells in your hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of jumping through hoops, which is why I'm trying to make like a very linear like burn deck, like that can go pretty fast. So I don't have to deal with like other people's counters. I just have to kind of watch their opening hand, like in their first one or two turns, and try and just like kill them then. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of there's a lot of jumping through hoops that makes the deck build kind of cloggy, and it makes it like, okay, if I run this card, I can't run as many as this card, and then I can't run this, and
Yeah, another problem is even if they stay on the field, the problem with a lot of Skull Wars is they're all size 1 usually, most of them that are run. And even if they're not, most of them have really weak defense, so it's not like they can stand up and be a wall.
yeah. Like
So,
the older double rare card that like sends Skull Warriors to the gauge, it says you can't call it to the center for some reason, but like it you wouldn't even want to call it because it has such low defense.
oh yeah, the undefeatable is it sushi? Yeah, it can't be called to the center, and then at the end of your turn, um, choose any number of Skull Warriors and put them in each. I mean, that's good,
Yeah.
but again, you want them in the drop zone. Like that's where you want them. There's other gauge accelerations like Clear Serenity or that new one, the Hidden Cloud Pillow, whatever that gives you 2 gauge, or you can search out the Secret Sword. And
Isn't it shuffles a secret sword or lethal from your drops into your head into your deck?
well, yeah, but still you get the free gauge even if you don't play it. The Secret Swords.
Okay, that's pretty good. So their skulls are basically like a glass cannon deck, and if you don't draw the cards to keep up with what you lost, then you end up minusing.
Yeah. I think that's why they're getting a lot more draw spells and stuff like that, just
Yeah.
to keep that going.
We need more of search stuff in this world. We need more searchable or search stuffs, like be able to search out spells or monsters.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we have the size 2 that when it enters the field, search out Demon Way, but
Yeah. It's a pretty high cost to search out. Like there's other stuff from other worlds that have a cheaper search spell. Like call Super Machine. It's 1 gauge. Like but like this I mean I get that ours is a size 2 monster, so it can be like a chump blocker and stuff like that, but you have to pay a life to actually call it and then actually ditch a card from hand to do the effect. I mean,
yeah.
you are setting yourself up, but like it's a pretty high cost.
Yeah, whereas in Hero World, you just literally go call Super Machine, go get Rape Zerion or Hyper Energy so I can hit you with this impact and GG, bro.
Pretty much.
Not a strategy there. But I guess that's about it for Skull Warriors. Let's move into what a lot of you guys specialize in, especially you, Blake, and Steven, especially ninjas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like basically in a Gojimari deck, what do you ideally run?
In my deck, I like to run minimal size 1s. I like to run like 12 size 1s because they're all searchable. I just wish we had more draw power other than Shiden. The thing about Gojin Maru, people playing Gojin Maru, they're always like, okay, I'm going to this game. If I don't draw Gojin Maru, I lose. I see that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I tell people, if you think like that, you're just gonna lose. Like, I just rush. If I don't get Gojin Maru, I just rush the fuck out of my opponent. My decks, I don't go into the game going, I'm gonna go Gojin Maru and win the game. No, I'm gonna beat your ass. Without Gojin Maru. And if I can Gojin Maru, I go Gojin Maru.
Okay, but how do you go about doing that? Like, what cards are you running specifically that set yourself apart from everybody else?
Um,
Did we lose him?
I'm now trying to think. I run a lot of Omni Lords in my deck. I run like Tenbu. I know a lot of people don't run Tenbu anymore. I still run the countdown that returns the hand. Like Snake Gaze still. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of ninja play decks to know what everyone's running.
Okay. So you don't rely on Gojimaru to
Yeah.
earn victory. So, what would you say are the top three cards that you actually run that help your deck like gain momentum?
The Searcher, of course. Uh, Sh- Yumi
Oh
Ninja.
yeah.
Yes. I run, well, of course, Tsukikage. And then I go search for the summon the size 2 ninja searches, summon Shiden. Shiden draws 2. I dump in useless ninja arts to draw 2, so I have a hand. And then I go 3 quick weapon, attack, attack, and then I hold on to my nullifiers. And then next turn I'll just go Tsukikage, Byakuya, attack, attack, and if I can, just attack again.
Okay, so three.
First turn, I always charge Ghoul. I always charge Ghoul first turn. Because early game, he's not really useful.
What gold?
Yeah, Ghoul.
Goji and Maru.
Okay. Okay, so we start using a different name. Okay. All right, and what about you, Blake? What's your game plan?
I'm gonna take a different stance than Steve here. I say Goji. He is right where if you can't Goji and Maru, that shouldn't be like your I'm fucked, I'm gonna lose. There should be other options, which there is. But he is kind of the focal point. I mean, he's a size 2, 7/7 on his own, shadow diving move, and he's got double attack. I mean, he can get under any big defense you throw in the middle because he's got shadow dive. He swings under it, hits you for 2, swings under it again, hits you for 2. Most nullifies only work if your center is open or you're attacking a monster per se. So Goji Maru is a big out for a lot of things. So what my deck usually focuses on is getting Goji Maru out. But if not, I have other tactics like SDB Akuya. Now I know Steven doesn't like the SDs. I love them. I mean, SDB Akuya, if he's on the field, he's got Shadow Dive. He gets an extra crit for the Tsukikage just being on the field. And you get the call out of Byakuya from the drop zone by playing SD Tsukikage. For a gauge, you search out a Byakuya that's in the drop zone, call him. Right there, that's automatic 2 crit that can swing under anything in the center. And on top of that, you could use them to form out the Goji Maru. Now, some other things you could have in the deck, obviously you've got the nulls, you got the gauge excels, snake gazes. Some good alternates are I love the Miseria, the original Miseria. I haven't tried the inverse one yet. I like the Miseria pay 2 gauge because you always got 2 spells in the drop zone. Like they're always going to be there from nulling or Shiden's skill, which Shiden's a beast because he, first turn, gauge 1, discard a gauge, drop a Ninja Arts card, draw 2. Missouri works perfectly because you're always either using spells or dropping them for Shiden's skill. Then you've got, Zeoin, which penetrate 8/3/1. He can't be blocked by a spell. Come on. It's a fucking good card, guys.
Uh,
What was that, Steven?
A few weeks ago, I was thinking back at a tech that I can't find a reason not to run. Half kill, Ninja Arts half kill, which says when monster attacks with Soul Guard, nullify the attack and remove all the soul from that card.
That is a good card. I feel that's more of a sideboard card because you don't always play against stuff that have Soul Guard in it.
Uh,
Now that's good for Demon Godol and anything Star Dragon World or Dragon
Dragons.
World.
Dragon.
Some of them do, but not all Ancient Dragons do. So like any of the new like Burn Nova or Venom Nova, or the hell are they called?
Was it Arkansas?
Yeah, Arkansas. I'm thinking of the size 3 Ancient World deck that you call them to the right with Ricky. What the hell are those damn things called?
Raging Spirits.
Yeah, Raging Spirits. Those idiots. Wow, almost slipped there. Those don't have Soul Guard. Yeah, you can shove shit in there, give it Soul Guard, but they don't have Soul Guard on their own.
A
So I
couple,
say that's more of a sideboard thing because it has to have Soul Guard in order for you to even activate the card in the first place.
it's a pretty good tech. I've teched it in a couple times amongst the years or whatever. But another really good card, especially because most of the Omni Lords played are like size 2 and lower, is mat flipping technique. Mat
Yes,
flipping technique is definitely gonna be played or like sided like from now on.
I've always cited that card. That card is just lifesaver.
Yeah, it's
Which
so
one's that one again?
It's
uh,
the Be Gone for Katana.
yeah. Pay 2 gauge counter.
Oh yeah, counter a size 2 or lower call. Yeah,
It's really good.
it is. What
And
was it?
if you're playing any defensive like skulls or ninjas, you can also play, since I mean weapons are like the main thing now. You can play the nullify an attack on my monster with a weapon and draw a card.
Oh yeah, I've tried that a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, but it's more sideboard. I've tried maining with
Yeah,
that.
sword skill, hand intercept.
Like
Yeah.
the only thing that's really good against is really like dungeon. I mean danger, or like
Dragon World, yeah.
Yeah.
What I used to do is, and I loved it for a while, and I'm thinking of going back to it, is the cross knives. Pay a gauge, and if they attack the left for windmill, destroy all opponents on your monsters, all monsters on your opponent's field.
Oh,
Those are always. I like teching those in because it screws with your opponent. Because sometimes when they know they can't kill you, they go for the board wipe. Obviously.
yeah, or that'll come in handy a lot more when we get the newer Omni Lords, because those will definitely be like all right, like I have to get their Omni Lords off the field, like either the fifth Omni Drum or like any of the like better Omni Lords that you want to get them off the field. Just put them to the side and then use that. It's super good.
Yeah, I mean, there's been plenty of times where you know stuff has soul on the field, or they have a full field, and I'm stuck with one card, and they are like, oh, well, we're gonna wipe the board and attack you. Well, now your board's wiped, and my board's fine, and I can refuel it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good tech in and good mind fuck to your opponent.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, what would you say are like the top three most useful cards in a ninja deck?
Suiha.
Yeah, Zuya. I mean, he's the searcher. You can't not have him in a ninja deck.
No, I cannot have. I
Snake
kind
Ace.
Snake. Snake Ace. That's always. You main that card?
Oh hell yeah! Snake
Yeah.
Ace is a 3 of.
I main 2 and side 1.
Oh dude, Snake Ace is. They save. I mean, go back and watch the Buddy Night Wars. That thing saved me multiple times. I gotta say, my buddy Tsukikage.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love something that can sit on the field as long as you can keep ditching non-monster cards? I mean,
I love Tsukikage.
they're basically an impenetrable wall as long as you can pay the cost, and Katana World is full of spell cards.
Yeah.
Now, other than like the like Omni Lord, do you guys like playing a ninja deck? Do you guys tech in any Skull Warriors? Like I know the new Skull Warrior, the size 0, reduces cost of any Katana World by a gauge. Like
I run the 1/2/1 size 0.
oh, the Chump Blocker.
Yeah.
Or no, oh, the size 0.
Yeah, the Rampage, Chizo Megumi, yeah, the vampire guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that. I just figured there was other things I could have in there. I mean, the only Skull Warriors I currently run are one of each of the Zeowins, currently, and then 2 of the first Omni Beast Tamers, the ones that reduce the size 2s and higher. Because, I mean, at that point, you're getting Gojin for free, Zuya for free, you're getting the regular Zeowin for 1 gauge, you're getting inverse Zeowin for free. Like,
Do we have free?
Yeah, I said yeah. Zuya for free.
Okay, so back to skulls. Brian, which cards would you say are like the top three most essential cards for Skull Warriors?
Um, Depending on the build, if you're going for like straight like rush, like with monsters, I'd definitely say Yamagitsune just to like get off the draw and get off his effect. And then Demon Kid. Demon Kid is like a must of. Like you want to get him in the drop zone. He's a 6k attack, which is really good, 2 crit, and then he gets you a gauge when he comes back. He's always really good. Um, I mean, I've always run one of the impact because a lot of people will try and go all out, and then if I survive that, they usually only kept shields in hand, and they'll try and block me, and then if they survive, I'll just impact them. Um, Definitely the Searcher for Underworld, the size 2. I don't max that though. I don't think I've ever maxed it. A lot of people do, but I just don't find maxing it that good. Just
Good
because,
at 2 of.
yeah, I run 3 just to try and see it. Um, I also just see like 3 ofs a lot more for some reason rather than 4 ofs. Um, but yeah, probably the Searcher, Underworld, um, and then in burn decks you'll probably run the size 2 bring back Underworld. I forget what the name is.
I know it's Pale Life.
Oh, festival.
Yeah, Festival. Yeah. Um, yeah, Zuyin is pretty good in both builds, just as like a size 3 tech. The 100 Demon General is pretty good
Oh yeah.
also, because if you're, I mean, you're usually going to face like a deck with a size 3 in it, anyways, and to have like 1 or 2 of the General in just to search out with Hades Ball is really good.
Not to mention his skill's pretty damn good too. I mean, he's
Yeah.
double attacking, comes out for a life and a skull warrior that's going to die at the end of the turn. So you can always combo him with Demon Kid. You know, bring Demon Kid back, get your extra gauge.
Hmm.
You know, and then call out general. I mean, it's actually kind of counterproductive. I think about it because you got to pay too for general. But
Yeah. There's there's a lot of different plays you could play with wood transformation and the better size threes that skulls have been getting. Because the older size threes skulls have are like complete trash. The only okay one I could think of was the like mess with your opponent's drop
Oh,
zone.
the Shark.
Um,
yeah, the shark one.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
put up the
that
three
one.
cards to the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad because like some of the things like people were mainly playing dungeon at that point, so like you could screw up their continue plays and everything like that. But
Hmm.
um, Zuyin and the general are really good.
I gotta say, for skull warriors, I like the when they're called pop something like the Outlander Bakoryu when he's called
Oh
destroy size 2 on the field.
yeah, the size 2 guys.
Yeah, and then the flash strike and he destroys size 1. Like, man, just free popping.
Yeah, there's a new one too. It's a size 2/3 crit. Um, kill one of your opponent's gauge, which is pretty good. Like that'll
Yes.
most likely all the time hit. Because the other ones are kind of specific, like the size 2 with 3 crit, it only pops a size 2, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, but again, a lot of times, playing most decks, they're going to have a size 2 out.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially now. A lot of people are primarily running with size two, size one rush decks.
Yeah, you don't see a size 3 deck too much anymore, except for that Ancient World shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna see them even less once all of this Black Dragon stuff comes out.
I know my friend Eric. He plays a grade 3 Legend World deck.
Okay.
Yeah, Bloody King.
What?
It plays a Bloody King base deck.
Bloody King is so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, you were bringing it up for some specific reason?
No, you were just saying no one runs grade 3 decks anymore.
Oh, no.
Yeah, outside of Ancient World, really,
Uh,
I mean, there's no real.
Yeah, I'm saying we're just going to see them on a decline and then on a decline in competitiveness just because of all of the destruction in the game and then the cost to get out a lot of size threes. Like, not going to be worth it soon.
Yeah,
Especially,
all the destruction.
yeah. So, any other Embers cards you guys looking forward to? I know we talked about the Embers Omnimodal. We talked about the Embers Count, the new Missouri. Is that about it? Well, Kage
I think that new Tenbu is going to be deadly.
praise him.
Yeah.
Nice Tenbu, I mean, you pay 2 gauge, you toss him out on the field. If that's only got 1 soul, that thing's gone.
Yeah, that makes
Plays
Galen
3
a lot
skull
of
where you bring him back.
a lot of annoying cards. Like, I mean, it would definitely, in my opinion, it would definitely be a side, especially if you're playing against some annoying Hero World decks like Kazurion, just to take him out in one go. If he only has one, yep. If he only has one soul,
Yeah.
I,
Venom Nova, best card out there.
Is anyone gonna be playing Venom Nova? Like seriously?
I,
Mm,
I hope.
we're alive, so I'm gonna
I
hold
hope
back.
everybody plays it this year at Regional. Venom Nova is like the best Omni card they've ever made. Please play it. Max it.
Yes,
Only run spells in Venom Nova. You don't need anything else. Just run Venom.
yes, it's
Yeah.
lifelink 5 and penetrate is very worth the fact that you've got to discard or destroy 2 gauge to keep it on the field. It's 6k defense.
It's totally worth it. And pay no mind to all of the Black Dragon cards that are coming out that you'll take 3 damage because you can just life ramp. You can life ramp around that. No, pay Zune and all these other guys with penetrate. Pay them no mind.
I
But
can't wait until Katana World gets so much good support that we top finally.
Yeah.
well, to be fair, Katana World doesn't top because people don't play it. That's the only reason why it doesn't top. Because I think I've only been to like one regional where it was like played heavily. Like
You know what?
stuff this.
The reason that they haven't topped is because I've had to judge the last few regionals.
Also, a lot of people don't know how to play them.
Yes, a lot of people don't know how to play them. But
Yeah.
again, we're going to leave those names off because we're on live streaming.
Yeah, but I would just say it's like I don't know. At one point, it just was like for the amount of effort that you put into playing a Katana World deck, it was not worth it. Like playing against a Dungeon World deck, or at the time it was Thunder Knights. It's like playing against those decks that do what they do with no thought and hardly no cost. Like, hey, I play a monster in Thunder Knights, I draw a card. It's
Yeah.
like
I've always played Katana World. I've never changed decks since I started.
Yeah, I mean, I've played Katana World since it came out. I've never changed. I've had a Hero World deck, but then I sold it. And
I played Katana World since it came out, and then my heart told me it wasn't for me. Darkness Dragon World was the world for me. Sacrifices, death grips. It was just like, what more can a young boy ask for?
I started out playing Danger, and
well, that's okay. We're not all perfect.
Well, to be fair, that portion of the game, because we started playing at the very beginning, your only choices in decks were Magic World, which costs an arm and a leg to play, Dragon
Still
World,
does.
uh, and Danger World. And it was just like a lot of people didn't play Danger World because they didn't like the art, and then other people didn't play Dragon World because they said that the art was too kiddie. So it was like most players played Danger World or Dragon World for those reasons.
Yeah, that's true. Then Set 2 came out, and I remember when Set 2 came out, ninjas were introduced, and a lot of people liked it, but it was just kind of all over the place. There was no real, like, set structure behind it.
Yeah, that's why I went straight to Skulls because like I'm a Grand Blue player for Vanguard, and I saw bringing back from Drop Zone. I was like, ooh,
Yo,
broke.
you Grand Blues. I play Grand Blues.
I played Nova, and they're all about the multiple attacks, and I mean, we have the double attack, and now Goji Naru.
Yeah, like I saw the first time I saw Skull Warriors, I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff can be really broken because with something with like in Buddy Fight where you have Gauge with like a resource that gets used up and gets to the drop zone, oh my gosh, like you can just like if you pay attention and you use your head, like you can just like go nuts.
Sad thing is I had Skull Warriors built towards the beginning, and then I sold them, and then it cost me an arm and a leg to rebuild them because those damn Yamagitsunes.
Yeah, yeah. I took a lot of money getting my SPs and Buddy Rares with
You know what? I did that with my Tsukikages. I got the one buddy rare 4 SPs. I said, you know what? Fuck that shit. Skull Warriors, I'll get the 1 SP Yamagitsune for the buddy. I'm not foiling out this deck.
I had to rebuild ninjas all over again. It was so terrible.
Yeah, that sucked. I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. But I'm going to end the stream here. I want to thank you guys for coming out to participate. Our special guest, Stephen Colby, who was not playing to ask me at the last second. If you guys have any channels or anything, please send them to me on Facebook, and I'll link them to this feed. If you have any further questions about Katana World Ninjas or Skull Warriors Water, please contact these players or other players in the North America group, especially the players that really know their stuff. Yeah, like Brian showed.
Yeah, boy.
Yo, that flag.
Brian, how much you want for that gym flag, yo?
Oh, you know what? Not for sale.
All right,
It's
guys.
okay, I got my Zanya flag.
The stream tomorrow, we're going to have Dragon Eye. We're going to be streaming that from Zach Zag's channel so he can basically run the show. And after that, what's up on? After that, I don't know. I forgot which one I put up next.
He made the streams and he doesn't even remember which ones are next.
Because there's like 14 flags. Like 14. It's like the number of like worlds and stuff is ridiculous, but I can pull it up right now.
Just wait till Mermaid World comes into play.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right? I'm waiting for like that next. I'm waiting for the waifu world.
Yeah.
You mean Water Dragon World?
No.
It's gonna be White Dragon World. Somehow
I'm waiting for waifu world, or husbando world, or you know.
Okay, well, yeah, the last world for tomorrow is gonna be Star Dragon World.
Nobody's gonna watch that.
Yeah, another Dragon World.
We should add Robert Russo into that chat. Robert Russo would have a ball.
All right, so thanks for watching.